we might just be two random guys who started invading the Nintendo Forest YouTube channel. So I think it's time that we all got to know each other a little bit.
Let's go!
Alright, today we want to talk about why we're Nintendo fans. And not only will we be telling you about our personal experiences, but I think we're going to get a great discussion going in the comments. Please let us know what you agree with, what you disagree with, and what your own experiences are.
Yes.
Right?
Every story is unique, and every story has a beginning point.
Yes.
So, Scott, what was your beginning point as a Nintendo fan?
Well, in my past life, I was a Sega Genesis kid, but the moment I laid eyes upon the Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3, I had a deep bond form instantly and for life. So the attributes that draw me to Nintendo is that there's so much character. Mm-hmm. There's character in the characters, but also just the games have character. So many games that I've played off of Nintendo platforms are sterile, stiff, stagnant,
sternum.
Right.
But yeah, the other systems, the characters that they present are kind of bland.
Yes.
The start to my story was before I was born, actually. My brothers got an NES for Christmas. And we weren't always the Nintendo family, but that was how we started out. That was our first console. So when I was born, we already had the system, and so I grew up on Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3. Those are some of my very first memories.
Wow.
Were playing those games. And then
when you said before you were born, I thought like maybe your mommy played you fetal Nintendo music.
Yes, put the headphones on her belly and No.
It'd be the underwater theme.
I was thinking bloop bloop bloop.
But we'll save those ideas for when our wives are pregnant.
Yes, we will do that. I want gamer kids.
Yeah,
maybe. But after a while, we always had the unpopular console. Like we had NES when Genesis and SNES were out, and then when N64 and PlayStation were coming out, we had the Sega Saturn.
Is that because you liked underdogs or sales?
I think it was probably my brothers liked the sales. They liked the price. I think Virtua Fighter was one of the big reasons they got the Saturn. Mm-hmm. And Dreamcast was Marvel vs. Capcom and all that stuff.
Power Stone.
And Power Stone, yeah. Oh, man, that game is so good. But we can't talk about Sega anymore. After that, got the GameCube late into its cycle, and then bought the Wii on launch, and the rest is history. And I love Nintendo because they bring the unique experiences, like you say. Mm. The other ones are like, they're really good experiences, and I understand that they, like how much depth there is to them.
Right.
But there's something that is unreplicable from Nintendo that they have that none of the other systems, they can come up with their own unique experiences, but there's something about the Nintendo
you just gave experience. Me gamer bumps.
I know, but it's true. They're unique. Mm-hmm. And when I want to play a video game, I want to play something that is extremely unrealistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have the appeal, oh, this game is so realistic, and it's like, when I play a video game, I want to do something that I have never done before and could never have done, like swim infinitely underwater and shoot fireballs.
Fly, turn into a little tattoo on the wall.
Yeah, I want to do that sort of thing that I could never do in real life because real life is depressing.
Something Nintendo also does very well compared to anybody else is polish.
Yes.
They've started doing a few day one patches here and there, but for the most part, you can confidently say that when you bring home a Nintendo game on launch day, it is going to be bugless. I mean, that is just crazy. They do polish so well, down to the menus, down to all of the HUD and everything. It's like nothing is wasted with Nintendo. They're so intentional with every aspect of their design. They put a lot more quality assurance testing into their games than a lot of other people do. Nintendo's also pretty wholesome for the most part. You can play games without fear of anybody walking into the room being like, "What are you doing?" And
the least wholesome thing is that they might have been spawned from a weird drug trip.
Right.
But other than that, you're not going to have any,
Yeah.
unwholesome scenes happening. There's not going to be guts flying all
Right.
over the place.
Yeah. They don't try to appeal to those carnal desires.
Yes.
And then also Nintendo is generally a little bit less expensive. They're not using the bleeding edge hardware, so it's the cheaper end of the gaming spectrum. For a while, like Wii games were $50 when 360 and PS3 games were $60. Now we've caught up with our HD gaming, but generally they are less expensive as a way to go, as a lifestyle to choose. But that's not to say that their games decrease in value.
Exactly.
It's also not to say that Switch accessories are cheap, but
that's also true
for the most part.
You get the bang for your buck.
Yeah.
When you buy something from Nintendo, you have that, well, like you mentioned, the quality assurance that I'm buying this and it's going to be good no matter what.
Thank you for summing that up for me. And then they're also really good at multiplayer focus.
Yes.
They value the experience of in the same room, sitting on the same couch or floor, in the case of the NES Classic Edition. Burn. That you're playing with your friends, you're having a good old time, and it's not all about headsets and chat rooms and party chat and all that.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the multiplayer experience, with very few exceptions, unless you're thinking Nintendo, the first thing you're probably going to think of is first-person shooters, which the multiplayer experience since GoldenEye has been focused on that. I mean, before that, it was fighting games, and fighting games are still around now. But with Nintendo, the multiplayer experience, I mean, they have Splatoon, which is a third-person shooter.
Right.
But other than that, your multiplayer experiences are a lot more accessible to other people.
Yeah, and they don't put all their eggs in the online multiplayer basket, which will be important. 10 years from now, a lot of PlayStation, Xbox's games servers will be shut down, and the discs will be practically useless. But
Yeah,
you will
that's
still
true.
be able to go back and play all your Wii U games like, Super Mario 3D World and Yoshi's Woolly World and stuff that
Smash Bros.
Didn't rely on servers to exist. So they're a little bit smarter about game preservation as well.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. Do you have any last thoughts?
Yeah, just the characters that I love are with Nintendo.
It's true.
And that's always been the case.
Yep.
I mean, Mega Man would be the only exception, and Nintendo just needs to have Mega Man. Capcom, give Mega Man to Nintendo. Get your hands off of him because you're ruining him.
You were pretty happy about Smash Bros. 4,
Oh,
right?
yes. I was so excited because they did justice to him, and Capcom has not for like the past 15 years.
He wasn't fat, bumbling Mega Man.
Yeah, the bad box art Mega Man. But, I mean, all the other characters that I know and love are all on the Nintendo consoles, whether they're first party or second party. The other systems, it's like, oh, that character's cool, but I don't invest in them as much.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you feel like you have a little bit better knowledge of who we are now.
Indeed. And don't forget to comment below why you are a Nintendo fan and what sparked your interest in Nintendo in the first place.
We'll see you guys next Saturday.
Signing out.